Hey guys, what's up? Update video of my bug out bag. Like I said, you know, it's always changing. And today, I took everything out of my Maxpedition Falcon 2, put it into a medium Alice pack, and I'm gonna go over everything that's in it right now. All I'm doing is buying a dedicated knife to it, which will just be an SE5. And I know what you're thinking, why not the BK2? Well, I want to get a custom Kydex sheath for the BK2, my Carta handles, and when everything adds up, I might as well just go for an SE5. Okay, so let me go over everything that's on the outside of the pack. On this side here, I have a small shovel, just to use for digging, shelter needs, whatever that may be. On the other side, I just have a carabiner of some 550. If I turn it all the way around, whistle on my shoulder strap. On the other one, it's just a small pen. These are dummy corded to some 550 on here. On the belt or the waist strap, I have a canteen cup and canteen obviously, and then in here I also threw in a platypus water bottle. So that too is in this kit. And that would give me about 2 liters of water at most times. I have a small trapping kit here, just have some cotton balls to keep it quiet. I have a snare wire, 15 shots for my slingshot, just in case for whatever reason I can't find any, and then it's just different sized eyelets. Okay, there you go. And that just sits on the V-shaped bar behind the hip pad. Okay. In this pouch, still using that, I have dedicated fire steel, which would be moved to my person, but this is a blast match. I have my pocket knife as a backup. This is a Camillus titanium knife made with Osate steel, which I don't mind, and it's a frame lock. Okay, come on, gotta stay out of the video. This is a buck sharpening stone, just a little cheapy for about 10 bucks. Okay, can use this to keep my blades sharp. As long as I don't let them get too dull, this will bring it right back. I also need a hairbrush in here, and I'm done. Knife, hairbrush. These are some little toothbrushes. Just because I have braces, these will come in handy. Opening up this container. In this kit, I want as many containers as possible, obviously using up the space inside them, because containers will be a lifesaver out there. So metal waterproof tin, bunch of hair ties, these are some earplugs. If for whatever reason I have to camp next to a river and the water's rushing, I can't sleep with that noise, so just some earplugs to help me fall asleep. And then once I'm out, I'm out. I'm a very heavy sleeper. I have some chapstick. This is electrical tape wrapped around some green cordage. Toothbrush, more snare wire, and another little sharpener. It's not that bad of an idea to keep snare wire throughout your entire bag, along with maybe some extra cordage just stashed where it can fit. And this might be a long video. Rather than doing a bunch of different parts, I'll just do one long video for y'all. SES Survival Guide. No, a lot of people tell me, oh, take it out of your kit, it's unnecessary. No, it is necessary. This gives you a lot of good advice, I know some of it, but I don't know everything in this book, and it's just a very handy book for campcraft, bushcraft, things like that, which in a long-term bug out situation, you're going to need to know those things. Okay. So that's this particular pouch here, which just is connected to the frame of the Alice pack. Okay, and that just goes on, doesn't take up any extra space. Okay. Alright. Let's turn this puppy around. Let me just loosen these straps real quick, so I can go over the top compartment. I run them through this upper part twice, just to keep them out of the way from dangling and stuff. And that usually tends to work pretty well. Alright. Up here for my platypus, I have a tube so I can run it as a bladder. Right here through one of these run-through pockets, I have a smaller first aid kit, mostly for band-aids, which you'll be using a lot of. So I just throw in a bunch of band-aids and a bunch of cleaning wipes. Of course, it does say first aid on it, little carabiner red. Starting off with this middle compartment. In here, first thing I have is a Frontier Pro water filter. Let me turn this around actually for you. Okay, there you go. This will filter up to 50 gallons. And I have the adapter so I can run it straight to my bladder, or I can just screw it right onto the platypus without that hose. Okay, so I have that. I have one bug net. Okay, it can be used for fishing as well as its intended purpose. Throw in a little bit of insect repellent. Boom. Okay, it's even got a little pocket clip on there for you. Baking soda rather than toothpaste because it's multi-purpose, and again, this is in basically a little, it's almost like a mason jar really. There you go. I have a walkie-talkie for communications. Okay. I have a little bit of TP. This just keeps it compact, but there's enough for about a week there. And if you want to make sure you have a week's worth of toilet paper, literally just count the sheets as you're re-rolling them. Here is my main first aid kit right here. This is a Lifeline Mountaineer first aid kit in which I have added a lot of stuff. And real quickly on that last video, I have added a Leatherman Micra in there. Okay? So that's another little tool. $15, and then everything else I already had, so going into my tool pouch here. Marksman slingshot. I also forgot to mention, I'm just going to buy a few extra bands for it. Other than that, this is a great way to secure small game. You know, obviously you got to practice with it, but there you go. Nice slingshot there. Rather than a Leatherman bit kit in here, I'm keeping my Victorinox Huntsman black scales. I believe it's model 52303. There you go. So that's a great little pocket knife to have as well. Alright, I'm actually going to put this stuff away as I'm going along, just to keep my bag. And another thing, when you make, for people who also want to maybe put their bug out bag online on YouTube, when you do the video, it's actually helping you just to remember where everything goes. And that's very important to know where everything is in your bug out bag so you can get to it quickly if need be. I have a few zip ties, some Ranger bands obviously, and a few clips in this bag. This is my fire starting kit, and I do have a backup fire still in here. For whatever reason, I lost my blast match. Okay, and I'll put a video out on this just to show you everything that's in there. Leatherman Wave Black Oxide. I've recently bought another one, so this is my old one. That will go in here. Okay, check out my review on that if you're curious about this tool. And actually attached to the pouch, I've added another fire sharpening rod because it does serrated blades, which is needed for this tool. I've just secured that with a Ranger band, and that works fine. Nice little kit. I have some WD-40 shop cloths right here to take care of my tools. It's better than carrying the liquid, in my opinion. 85 feet of 550, and this one hank of 550 that was on the outside makes 100. Actually a little over 100. And lastly in there I just have a mesh bag, and which you can use for multiple things. And it's even got a little zipper on it, so that's fine. So there's my tool compartment. And really, to me, for a bug out bag, I suggest you go tool heavy, because whatever you don't have, or most of the things you don't have, except things like containers, which is why I want to put as many containers in here as possible. It's harder to recreate containers out in the field, but things as eating utensils and things like that, maybe a bowl or something, it's easier to recreate out in the wild. Okay, so that's my tool pouch. Moving on to one of my food compartments. I'll just buckle that one later. Fishing kit, right there. Throwing in some extra line, which I can use for repairs. Then I made my repair kit. Right here, just some Gorilla Tape, a little bit of thread and needle there. This here is some banana nut muffin mix, which I've written on there. Expiration date, just add water and how much. But I find that in a bug out scenario, if you have something like this, this would be so nice to have. Just something like that will be amazing. Okay. So in this here MRE bag, which I just keep my food, just to help keep it protected from elements in a bug out scenario. Okay, just an MRE bag. Up. I have tea mix, which just to flavor water, along with a little bit of lemonade mix, again labeled with expiration date. I have in here, let's see, 5 granola bars. My Microbites eating utensils. Some hot chocolate and green tea mix. 2 little fruit roll-up snacks, just for on the go. These last a long time. Pre-packaged, and I like them on the trail. Some Slim Jim. Then I have in here some mashed potatoes, instant mashed potatoes, some gravy, some pink salmon, and a little thing of Spam. And this is enough to make 2 meals right there. A little bit of olive oil. Okay. The food I'll repack later. Opening up this top compartment here. Compass with the mirror, so if necessary I can signal with that. Some Ranger tracking beads, again, a little carabiner. Bandana, that's just a cheap bandana, like $1 it cost me. This is just a cotton towel, 14 by 22, orange, so need be I guess I could signal with it as well. I could probably strap it to the back of the pack here while I'm walking. Ice-bit stove with 4 fuel tablets in there. So as I'm hiking to my bug out location, I have a way of warming up some food and stuff. Here's a backup little flashlight. And I even got a whistle in there, and in the handle I threw in some cotton ball, which is that darker spot there. Just a little bit of extra tinder, again, wherever you can throw in some tinder, go ahead. Headlamp, batteries for it, Sharpie, lastly it's just some maps, a map actually, notepad and paper containing what's in the contents, and even some recipes. Alright. Pip, come on. Put myself my stuff. In the main compartment, we have Mountain House. This says this is actually 3 servings. Okay. And this is macaroni and cheese. Seriously, quit messing with my gear. Little breakfast item which serves to it is some strawberries with milk and granola. This is by Natural High. I only got this one because it was cheaper than the Mountain House at REI. So there's that. Please stop messing with my stuff, Pip. And she won't. Noodles and chicken. Another Mountain House. This one's a beef stew. Work gloves. One broken down filled strip MRE. This one is cheese tortellini with marinara sauce. Okay. So there's that broken down with the heater. Gonna ruin. Already ruined it. Come on. I gotta go buy a new hose because of the cat. Mess kit. Open this up. In here I have some coffee, some creamer for it, sugar. These are packets of sugar. Just a little bit of salt and pepper doesn't hurt. I have some summer sausage in there. MRE beverage bag, in which I can use just to measure water for meals. Little can opener, and some Quaker Oats instant oats. Alright. That's what's in there. This gives me another cooking container. Again, I want as many containers as possible. And I have clothing with a rain jacket and things like that. Spare underwear, socks, shirts, things like that. Pip, you do it. Opening up this compartment in the back, I just have some trash bags. A grill in which I can use to suspend over, smoke meat, things like that. Nice little backpacking grill my friend made for me. And lastly, my shelter USGI military poncho and all-weather space blanket. So, thank you for watching. Again, I'm missing some spare Ranger bands, a hairbrush, and a dedicated SE5 to this kit. And I don't know, I'm still depending, for such an expensive knife, I don't think I'm just going to dedicate it to this bag. I think I'll use it, but when not in use, it will be stored in the bag. Okay? So thanks for watching. See you next time. And if you feel I'm missing anything or need something else, go ahead and let me know. So yeah, bye.